Is it a parrot or is it a squirrel? Hi guys, I'm in the park and the baby's asleep, so I have like 15 minutes to make this video. Today I don't have any agenda, I just want to yap. So much going on and at the same time nothing at all. It feels like the world is resetting and I'm resetting with the world. Anyway, life updates, no agenda for this video except just self-check-in. I just wanted to share something with you and I'm only comfortable doing it actually on my YouTube because I feel like it's a safe space. I only have like 400 people here. I've been trying something new in terms of community and in terms of reaching and trying to find my people. You know how everyone is saying that find her 1,000 people and just roll with them? I feel like that's what I want to do. Because I am a creative and because now I'm mother of two, I feel very isolated. There's not a lot of people like me who are trying to do what I'm trying to do, but at the same time building a family. I just decided that I'm not gonna pretend that I am not that person. Meaning, I'm just not gonna pretend that I don't have a family and that I operate in the same stretch time expansion as other people who does not have a family or kids. I will not pretend that 12-hour days are okay for me. I will not pretend that there are times that I do not feel great because I do not sleep, guys. It's been a while since I had a good night's sleep. Precisely more than 2 years, okay? Because my baby is turning 1 and my other baby is 5. So I will not pretend that I am such a strong person who is just, achieving and this immigration and she has a family and she's doing project. She's making films and she's making this and that and she's singing and guys, this is not easy and I've been talking about this a lot on this channel of how life and work balance just does not exist. I'm just fortunate enough to find what I really like doing, but I found that being a mother of two is now not twice harder, it's like 4 times harder for me. I don't know, just for me. And even though they have like 5 years difference, it's really hard to schedule anything because one is getting sick, then the whole family is catching the whatever virus Naomi brought from school, and then we have 2 time zones, which is exactly 12 hours apart, which means when in Kazakhstan there's morning, we're at very late at night, and then I'm nursing at night 4 or 5 times. I decided I'm gonna take it a little bit easier. What I mean by that is that I am not gonna run towards the projects as I used to. I'm just gonna concentrate only on 3 things right now. Not more than 3 things because otherwise I'm just gonna... So the first thing that I decided that I'm gonna really do is I'm gonna concentrate on our feature film. And that requires a lot of time and dedication. We decided not to go with a traditional route of grants and fellowships and waiting for 3-5 years. I don't want to do that. I decided to like full force give myself a deadline and try to do it within that deadline. And usually when I set myself a deadline, it works. The only flexibility that I need to define for myself is that the budget can fluctuate, meaning that I'm looking right now for 1.5 million and there is a possibility that it's gonna be less than that, and I'm okay with that. If by the end of my deadline I will have a film, I'm gonna be happy. I am not rushing anything ever. I know that everything is unfolding for everyone in their own time frame, and I'm never comparing myself to other person's journey. But also at the same time, I feel like this is a great time to make my first feature because I'm on the cusp of becoming someone else, like completely different person from who I was 10 years ago. And our film, which is loosely based on of Hollywood, it is based on the story of an artist who are just completely lost and they're self-sabotaging and around the circumstances that I am no longer in. I worked really hard to find myself, to find my voice, to understand what I like and to build a family. So this person that just emerged from me is getting stronger and stronger. And so Off Hollywood was based on some other personality that I feel like I'm going away from. The film is about immigrants and a musician from Kazakhstan who hustles the underbelly of Los Angeles. I will not relax, feel comfortable until I told the story. I feel the story is important. I feel the gig economy is, as never before, thriving, and I don't feel like it is good for our mental health. And most importantly, this film is about mental health and how, when we think about artists, we always suggest that there should be some kind of struggle, mental health illness, or some kind of oddness to a person who decides to be an artist. And I feel, yes, it is partially true. We are different from people who work in financial sector, I believe, probably, yes. The film is about mental health and how it is tough to be an artist and how it is tough to stay true to yourself and to your dream. And when you're in your 20s, early 30s, you just don't know who you are. And if there's not enough support around you, you will have really tough time. And this is what the film is about. And actually, oddly, I wrote a drama, but when I finished it, I understood that it's not a drama, it's actually a tragedy. And it's kind of scary, but at the same time, I really, really want to make my story. I don't want to look at anyone else. I don't want to look at other directors who are doing, in what kind of genres they are working, the 3 act structure, the whatever. It's like it doesn't work anymore. I feel like if you tell the story that you believe in from your heart, that's what's the most important. That's what's gonna resonate, because there are so many perfect films that we've never seen, or if we've seen, we didn't care. My barometer inside me will be my own, and I will only want to tell the story that is important to me. And I feel like more and more as I'm getting older, and now I have a perspective of like raising a children, the best thing that we can do to help ourselves is to stay true to ourselves. Anyway, this is the first thing that I'm going to concentrate on, and hopefully I'm going to get some kind of results mid this year, 2026. And I'm really hoping to go in production end of this year and beginning of the next year. The second thing that I'm doing, and I'm just experimenting, and it is a wild ride. I decided to grow my social media. I never wanted 10,000 people on Instagram, on my YouTube. These platforms were always for me just to document, to archive, to play around. But lately I've been thinking about it, and I understood that yes, social media is very saturated, but at the same time I drew so much inspiration from so many different creators across this planet Earth. I feel that by exposing yourself to social media and to other people, I will help my art. And so what I did, I just started with Instagram. About 2 months ago, I decided to post every day, and it just blew my mind. Well, first of all, I grew twice. Like, my Instagram grew twice. Like, from whatever, I believe, like from less than 2,000 people to almost 4,000 people in a span of 2 months. I mean, I know it's not a lot. I feel like I'm very niche. The things that I talk about is very niche. I'm talking about artists and entrepreneurs and people, especially here on YouTube. I'm trying to inspire people to separate the word struggle from artistry. My social medias were all over the place. YouTube is something that I started from just like a gut feeling that I have to do it, but it's been never consistent, and I was really okay with that, because my first series were how to get a green card without lawyers and to save money. We did that. Then my second series were on psychology of artists, and I was talking about how artists can thrive, what mindset we need to adapt in order to thrive as an artist and make it as a living. And then after that, it was like I wasn't sure what else to talk about. And so I was like, oh, let me take a break. And I took a break, and then I had a second baby, and it was just like all very sporadic and never consistent. But even then, I mean, we're almost 500 people, and I am grateful to you. Yeah, but Instagram, I'm native Instagrammer. I opened Instagram in 2010, maybe. I don't know, 11 maybe, 2011. But it was always just for my friends and from my family, and especially we left, and then it was like, okay, everyone, we're doing fine. We're here so far away from you. Here's our life. Everything is great. Here's our studies and stuff like that. So I never actually thought about making something more out of my Instagram than what I have right now. And so recently I did a audit of Instagram, and just in general my entrepreneurship, because there's no one to support me, so I have to do it myself. I really sat down and broke down everything that I'm good at and what I enjoy doing and what is my service. I realized that besides being a creative and artist, besides my beautiful films and all the beautiful people I work with, and we create theater and advertising and all these things, if we're talking about personal brand, creators economy and personal brand is something I've been talking here a lot about, just because I come from a marketing background. Yeah, I for the first time I sat down with my own things, and I looked at my social media, and I make an audit, and I understood how can I grow and what kind of service I can offer. And what I realized, I've been doing it from the very beginning, is what I'm doing here on YouTube as well. And that's what I'm going to do with my Instagram. I will teach and inspire artists to separate the word struggle from artistry. I want to inspire people, artistic people, to become entrepreneurs, to make a living out of art, to pay the bills, to enjoy their life, to build families, to travel, and to not be constrained by whatever is in their head. Because usually what's limiting us is just our mindset. I am a sucker for good book, podcast, gazillions of hours of people in marketing and branding, in advertising. That's like my guilty pleasure. That's what kind of content I love. Obviously films and music and all these things. If we're not talking about film or music and art, my guilty pleasure is marketing, branding, and how to position yourself in this new world. I don't think I've ever used that properly on building my own brand. There is a need for every person to learn how to do this. And also, of course, partially I'm doing it because I have nephews. And my nephew is 14. Oh my God, what am I saying? Oh my God. My nephew is 16. And I see how hard it is to exist in this world, how hard it is to want something, or even harder not to want anything, because the overload of perception of someone else's life through screens is just consuming your life as you are just an observer. The best thing I could do as an artist who are not working from 9 to 5 for the past 13 years, I think the best thing that I could do is to break down what helped me in my journey and how I am thriving. And the third thing, but it's not my main focus, is just something that came back to me unexpectedly, and I do not know exactly what to do with it yet. Before coming to the US, I was in the rock band. And I mean, even now, sitting here in LA and talking about being in a rock band, it's like not even other life. It's like the life that did not exist. A faint memory of something that was maybe a dream. When you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, what kind of dream was that? So my life as a person who was singing in a rock band is that kind of feeling. But after many hours and months and baby, what I do with Anatoly is we sit down and we talk about our goals. It's not like we're not scheduling it. We're just doing it all the time. That's our kind of habit. That's what we just do. This is how we were able to be together for 16 years. Is we have to talk to each other to understand what's working, what's not working. And I think what he realized is that chasing acting is not making him happy. The baby woke up. I don't know how much time he gave me. Thank you so much, Keanu. Hi. So yeah, he realized that acting is not making him happy. And what was making him happy is music. And he did not touch music for 13 years as well. Because we moved here, we started a new life, we put on the new personalities, new identities. We got a degree in other things. He got a degree in acting, I got a degree in film, and music was just not something that came with us from Kazakhstan. But I don't know what to do with this information as well. I do not know where to start even thinking about the end goal. Not the end goal, like what are we trying to do with it? But for now, we are on Spotify, our band called Jupiter in My House. We have like 20 listeners a month. We have an EP. We're just in the process of like at night recording our songs while kids are asleep. And like that time from 10 to 12 is usually the time when we create things. And most of his nights is just him making music, and it's crazy. I don't know how did that happen that for 13 he did not touch his music, and now he is desperate to make a lot of music, make beautiful records, record with other musicians. He even got his first partnership just by making music. I'm singing there and my voice sounds so different, and I'm just in love with the thought that you can come back to something after so many years and feel so uncomfortable doing it, but at the same time growing through it. So anyway, so this is the third thing I am. Thank you so much, Keanu, for giving me some time. The third thing I am just doing in a flow. This is really something that it's in flow, because the first two is like, the first one, the feature film, I'm like propelling. I am all geared up. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm going to do it. Here's my script. Here's my budget. Let's go. With my social media, I'm just starting and testing, and like it's been 60 days. It was crazy. Many of my reels got super viral. And it's crazy because when you sit down and you really understand that your social media is not about you, guys. Your social media is about how you can help other people, okay? If you know how you can help other people, you will thrive. You will just be the most popular person in the whole universe, because when you're talking about your experience, but that experience will help other people. This is what social media is about. It's not about just posting your beautiful food and the places you visited. It's not about your film sets. It's not, because no one cares what film set you created, but they care about how you created it. What made you to the point where you were able to hire people to make the stuff with you. You know, guys, we're not showing Keanu on Instagram because no one is ready for his just gorgeous face. Look at him. I got a baby with a curly hair. Yeah. Also, I caught myself on having misconceptions and wrong ideas about creating social media and trying to chase followers. It's such a bad game. Okay, no. It's actually not about that. I realized that trying to build your social media and following, I'm hoping to build an audience that will come to see my films. And maybe if I do self-distribution, there'll be enough people to watch it. Yeah, so we're just building an audience one day at a time. I love this idea of building in public, and I feel like every artist should do that because when you're building in public, you are the only person who's accountable for your success. There's no one to blame for you not making it happen because circumstances are always crazy. My hands are full, but I'm here at the park during the nap, still laying in the direction of my dreams. Thank you. I hope to have more conversations with you. And we are doing artist walks every week, twice a week, Monday, Wednesdays, or Monday, Thursdays, depending on the week. So if you're in LA, please come and join us. More than anything, I love real conversations and real meetings. So I hope to see you there.